Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's KIMNSAV, Kim out of Savannah, Georgia. Hey, what's going on, Instagram? So, guys, let's get into it. I titled this one on Facebook, Blessing Loom or Circle of Doom. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So, here we go, guys. Listen. Y'all been drinking y'all water today? So here's the deal. I had to write down some notes, right? Hey, what's going on, Brian Page? What's going on, Blooming Flower Alley, Alicia? Hey, Julie. So, guys, listen. It's that season. It's that time again when people are really preying on people's weaknesses, the loss of income, the fear that people have about how they're going to provide for their family. And so this thing, the Blessing Loom, it was shut down years ago. The government and regulatory agencies keep trying to shut it down, but it keeps popping back up because that's just how these things work, you know? And so, Alicia said she gotta change her name. I know. I was like, is that a Blessing Loom person on there on Instagram right now? So here's the deal, guys. What is a Blessing Loom? It is a pyramid scheme. That's the real pyramid scheme. And I posted something earlier today. If you're not following me on Facebook, you definitely should be. There's a lot more stuff that I post on Facebook. For example, I posted, and I'm going to get into this later, screenshots where I didn't even know I was in a Blessing Loom Telegram group. Somebody just threw me in there, and people throw me in groups all the time. I don't pay attention to them. And then today, it was like I was literally talking with someone yesterday about this whole Blessing Loom thing. So today, something popped up like I didn't get paid, or it was somebody mad, and I was like, what? And that's what the message made me click. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in one of these Blessing Loom chats, even though I never paid. I'm not paying for that crap. So it was interesting, and I started like scrolling through the chat, and I posted some screenshots from that chat to my Facebook. If you're not following me on Facebook, it's Kimberly Prosperity. It's Kimberly Prosperity. So I have also known of people that have done this Blessing Loom thing. And I really just want to put this out there as a warning, and just really encourage people to really do their research. It pains me that people will be like, over $100. Like, how is it that you will drop $100 knowing in your heart of hearts that you're probably not going to get it back? No questions asked. But you won't even spend $100 on healthcare products for yourself. You got to do all this research, but you don't do that research with the Blessing Loom. Why? Because you're so desperate, because it sounds so easy, and people like the path of least resistance. I say it all the time, and people get mad at me, but the bottom line is people are lazy. A lot of people are lazy, and a lot of times that laziness stems from desperation. And I don't say these things just to piss y'all off. I say these things because I've been there. I have been. Do y'all remember back in the day when they had the envelope thing? You would get a letter in the mail, and it would be like, hey, want to make some quick cash? All you have to do is send $5 to the 10 people on this list, add your name to the bottom, and you would go to Kinko's or something like that, print out all these letters, and actually send $5. I have done that. I was like, sounds good to me. Send $5, and in X amount of weeks, I'm going to get back 200 or whatever the number was. Guess what, y'all? I sent my $5 to everybody on the list. Guess how much I got back? Freaking zero. Freaking zero. That's it. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. So that was my lesson very, very early on. That was before the internet. There was no internet. So now with the internet, things are moving really, really fast, right? And when people catch you at the right time for them, the wrong time for you, I mean, there are people putting $25 or $100 into these Blessing Looms. And it's so funny. Or family and friends savings things. And they have these names that are really, really enticing. It's like the sirens of the sea, right? Y'all know about the sirens, Greek mythology. They like sing and they're in the water and they sing, and the sailors get lulled to the sirens because they're so seductive, and then they drown. Okay? So Blessing Loom, that's what y'all call it. It's really the circle of doom. Here's how it works. It's something like, and there was a guy who did a video on it. I'm going to leave the link below on my Facebook on Facebook Live, on the Facebook Live, I'm going to leave the link below, okay? The sailor's trap, right? Hey, Roger, right, the sailor's trap, right? But I'm going to leave the link below where a guy did a good explanation. And it's so funny because like the blessing loom is like this colorful chart. Why? Because adults are really big kids, y'all. So they be like, ooh, fire, earth, wind, water, lulled by the colors and the loom and all this stuff. And so it's something like basically you put your money in and then people on the outside contribute to the people on the inside. And so your goal is to work your way to the inside, but it only works if everybody does their part. And here's what I know about people. Most people don't do nothing. Most people don't do what they're supposed to do. They don't carry their load. Sounds like the Avatar. I don't know anything about the Avatar. But yeah, they all fall under different names. But here's the deal. Some people try to equate them to the susu. Now, the susu is something that like Caribbean people do, African people, a lot of other countries. Americans aren't so familiar with the susu. Some of them do know. Yeah, Candy said that's too much for me to keep up with. Girl, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. So with the susu, though, here's the thing with the susu. That is like a forced savings plan. The blessing room is not like the susu. With the susu, from my understanding, so if there are any susu experts out there, don't come for me, okay? But from my understanding, here's how the susu works. It's like you get together with your real, true blue family members and friends, or sometimes they do it at work with your coworkers, and you all like pitch into a pot. We might like 10 people might donate $25, and every single month or however whatever the cycle is that they determine or they agree upon, they touch and agree ahead of time, then one person gets paid the whole pot. So it's like if you can't manage your money on your own, it's a way for you to have a forced savings. So if 10 people donate $25, then that's what, is that $250? Yeah, that's $250. You put 25 in every single month, and then when your month comes around, you get $250. And that is fine. Why? Because it's people you know. So guess what? If your cousin don't put in a $25 this month, you can go beat them up, right? Hey, cousin Pookie, where your $25 for the susu, right? Then everybody in the family can give them hell until they pay their $25, until they pay their share. You can do that with people that you know because you know them and you know where they find their butt, right? But people that are trying to say that the blessing loom is like the susu, no. That don't let them fool you, okay? It's not, because with the blessing loom, you don't know these folks. You in a Telegram chat, you sending money by the Cash App, you sending money by Zelle. And let me tell y'all something about that Cash App. Y'all don't get it. Bless their heart, I see, right? Y'all don't get it. This is the whole thing about desperation. A lot of y'all are doing stuff on these electronic means, and y'all really don't understand. The IRS is tired of this crap. The IRS is now looking at influencers' Cash Apps. For all y'all people that like to say, my Cash App is, don't be surprised one year when you get audited by the IRS and your audit agent says, hey, our social media department sees that you have a Cash App. I would like to see your Cash App records. Because if it's one thing I know about Uncle Sam, them fools don't miss no money. So for all of y'all that are doing all of these, y'all in these groups, y'all don't know who is in these groups with y'all. And the funny thing is, have you heard about forcage, Kim? Nope. I have no idea what you're talking about. There's all types of things out there, though. But let me tell y'all something. As a person who's gotten a nice letter from the IRS about an audit, and guess when I got it, guys? When it rains, it pours. So I had my first and only IRS audit right after I got divorce papers. Yay! Talk about a good old funky time. Yes. So as a person who's been through that, I strongly encourage all of y'all who think that you're getting over on Uncle Sam, please slow your roll, because there ain't nothing like owing the IRS because you didn't keep good records or because you thought they wouldn't find out about XYZ thing. And I encourage that even for my people in my business. You making a lot of money, you not keeping good records, you got H&R Block doing your taxes, and you really making money in this thing? No, boo-boo. You need to go to a specialist in our profession. See, you need to go, not your cousin who's like, what? You only got this? Man, I can get you double that. Watch how they get you double that. Because when the audit man comes knocking at your door, your cousin's not going to be there sitting in the dining room table to be like, hey, yeah, I did their taxes and this is how I came up with the number. They're going to be like, good luck with that. Your cousin's not going to pick up the phone. The H&R Block person is not going to know you. They only did that. They took a 2-week course to do those taxes. Now they on to their full-time job. So y'all better stop playing with these Cash Apps, with these PayPals, with these electronic means of transferring money. Yes, I accept Zelle, but I track all of that. I track all of that now. That's why sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to answer you back, because I'm the everything for my business, and I realize that my business is actually a business. So for all of y'all that think that you can just put let's just do the math on this, y'all. You're going to put $25 in and get out $200, or you're going to put in $100. Where in tarnation do you put in $100 and get in $800 for doing nothing? For doing nothing. And if you dare try to come for my business and say, Kim, that sounds like what you're doing, then you a bold-faced lie, because I work. This Facebook Live is work. All of y'all who want to drink the tea and eat a gallon of Haagen-Dazs chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream and then ask me why the scale ain't moving, that's work. Counseling y'all, getting in y'all head. Okay? Where they do that at? They do it all over the place. And let me tell y'all something. If you're saying, for those of you who are like, but my friend did it and they got money out, that's how they get you. Listen, I told y'all a long time ago, I have been watching American Greed for years. It is one of my favorite shows ever. And them fools know what they're doing in American Greed, okay? These are white collar crimes. These are people that are doing everything from healthcare to hedge fund fraud. They do the same thing. I mean, this is how Bernie Madoff took all of that money. This is how, there are scams out there that are high level. We got people driving Italian cars in high-rise office buildings. Like, they know presidents, they know entertainers, rappers, artists, all of that. It's all a charade. Roderick, you love that show? People need to watch that show. If you watch American Greed, let me tell you something, baby. Your posture is going to be through the roof. You're gonna be able to see things that other people can't see. And you're going to be less impressed by people that are just the best dressed. Okay? So with American Greed, what they do when they, like, the majority of white collar crimes are with the stock market, investments, and things of that nature. You literally have people. Okay? Let me, you blessing Loom people, friends, listen to me carefully, okay? And think about this. So on American Greed, what you see a lot of is, like I said, hedge funds, stock market fraud, things of that nature. You literally have people that have worked all their lives. All their rich people they travel in these small circles. And the scam artists know this. So they go to the country club and they infiltrate their way in these very, very tight circles. And then they casually, like this one guy that I recently saw, he would always show up at poker night. And at poker night, he would casually just slip a few of the guys an envelope. And then the guy would, of course, other guys at the table like, why he keep slipping people envelopes? And it would be envelopes of cash. So after a while, people were like, well, hey, why y'all not telling me what's going on? And so the guy was like, oh, he dealt in futures or something. Or he did coffee trading. Coffee futures or something like that. So then other people at the table are like, man, yeah, you should get with him. He does coffee futures. I'm seeing a 20% rate of return. I'm seeing the really crazy amounts of return in a short period of time. Like, and I don't know the most about investing, but from what I hear, you're doing really, really good if you get like 8% annually or something like that. So these people are seeing like 20% in a month. Okay, 30% in a month. They're doubling their investment. So with enough people saying, man, I invested 50 grand and now I got 100, and this person is saying I did 500 and now I'm at 100,000. So then people were like, well, shoot, put me on game. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody would. If my friend here said they put money in and they got double out and they said the same thing, it's that whole bandwagon effect, right? So then that's how the guy would make his money. When you start out with this scheme, it starts out small. So these people put their money in, $25, they get $200 out. That math does not add up, right? For doing nothing. If the only thing, and that's the definition of a pyramid scheme. This is why it pisses me off when people try to call my thing a pyramid scheme, but I totally get it because I used to call all MLMs a pyramid scheme too. And that is because most MLMers run it like a pyramid scheme. They don't teach you skill development. They don't teach you how to sell the product. They don't teach you how to properly recruit. They just be like, hurry up and get people in, hurry up and get people in. And a lot of those people buy their rank, are not training their people, and they're treating it like a pyramid scheme. So I get it. Good games to play. But this is the reason why I tell people, why everybody out here talking about, I'm looking for this many people to join don't join my team. Don't join my team if you don't want to become a better person. Don't join my team if you don't want to put in the work. Don't join my team if you're a big baby and all you want to do is cry and complain and whine. Don't join my team if you only going to do the business when you have good days or you feel like it. Or no, don't join my team. I don't need the headache. I don't need the hassle. The time is going to pass anyway. I only want people who want to actually build influence and use the time that they have to become a highest version of themselves, give more value to the marketplace so that they can get compensation in return. That's how MLM is supposed to be done. But anyway, back to American Greed. So everybody around the pool, black pool night, poker table, they're seeing this guy do it. So they're like, hey, put me on game. Well, when it starts out small, if you see your friend put in 50 G's and they got 100 G's, oftentimes that's your friend's money, right? But if you a millionaire, you might put in $250,000 because you already have the proof that that guy got paid back, but you got more money than him, so you put in $250,000. Now the scam artist has $250,000 to pay people back that initially invested. This is how a pyramid scheme works. When you bring in the first amount of people, you have to pay them so they can run back and tell their friends, hey, look, I gave $10 and now I got 20. You need to get on this. That's how they build your trust. And it grows like that. And it grows super duper fast until it collapses because not enough people. With time, the more people you pay out, now you're just shuffling money around and you don't have enough money to pay all the people because it's gotten too big. The pyramid collapses underneath itself. And in a pyramid scheme, your position is based on your timing. In MLM, your timing, it is important. However, you can supersede your sponsor. My sponsor is not shy about the fact that right now I'm a higher rank in our company than he is. Does he care? No. You know why? Because of the way our compensation plan is structured. The more money I make, he makes. So but there are certain parts of my check that are higher than his because of my rank. But I've technically surpassed him in the comp plan. You can't do that in a blessing loom. You can't do that in a pyramid scheme. So there are distinct differences. But what happens in American Greed is ultimately the thing blows up so big that there's not enough money to go around to pay people eventually. And then people who were initially getting payments, now they start to realize, hey, I need to cash out again. And now the phone is disconnected. They are literally going to these office buildings and everything's gone, like literally overnight. They're going to these people's houses and they have packed up and hopped the plane to Mexico. Literally overnight. The blessing loom is just like that. So anybody who tells me, well, my friend got paid out, and I don't give a rat's, you know what, about your friend who got paid out because they had to get paid out. And that, look, now you running around talking about my friend got paid out on it. But here's the deal, guys. What always breaks my heart on American Greed is when, after they explain the con, at the end, they have all the witnesses share their story. Like, it'd be cancer patients, it'd be grandmothers who are trying to, people that worked hard all their lives for their pensions. They'd be taking their pensions out because they're like, man, my daughter did it, and my daughter vouched for me, or my mom vouched for me. They're having church members, they're having neighbors, they're having people that they trust vouch for these scam artists. Like, you should get on board with this. You can double your money. You can triple your money. And these people are taking out their money. And when they give their testimonies at the end, like I said, it's people with cancer, it's grandparents, it's all types of things. You do not want to be out here promoting this blessing loom and have somebody's grandmother. Because let me tell you something. The organizer of the blessing loom, and what's so funny is they say, well, you can trust us because we're going to put you in a WhatsApp chat, or we're going to put you in a Telegram chat, or we're going to put, so that way you know what's going on with your money. But guess what? The same people that put you in the chat, they can block you. Y'all don't even know where these people are. And y'all sending them money. Like, I want you to go to my Facebook page, Kimberly Prosperity, and look at all of the screen. I'm going to put a link to the screenshots that I posted underneath the comments of this Facebook Live. And I want y'all to see what, because the loom is falling apart. There was somebody in that loom that was like, I paid $500 and I haven't gotten it back yet, but I'm hoping to recoup my investment. Sis, get out. The proof is there. You were supposed to put $100 in and get $800 out. Now at this point, you done put in $500 and you've got nothing. There was somebody else that was like, and then it's just a bunch of chaos and a bunch of crazy stuff. And it baffles my mind. And there are even some people in my company that have fallen prey to it. And let me explain this to you right now. Oh, let me go back to my start. I'm all over the place. That's why I have my notes to keep me in check. You don't want to be that person that brings in a family member or a friend. And now when the loom collapses, they can't find the person who organized the loom. But guess who they can find? Your butt. Now somebody mad at you because they didn't get paid on week 4 like they supposed to. Now you got to block them off your Facebook page. Do y'all understand when y'all promote that stuff? That's your reputation on the line. You can't pay me enough for me to pimp my reputation. You cannot. And if you're in my company or any company for that matter, I don't care, or any MLM, or if you have a legitimate brick and mortar business, and think about this, the minute you promote an illegal pyramid scam on your page, right next to your legal business opportunity, you've lost all credibility with people who know better. You've lost all credibility. People who are thinking about joining you, now looking at you with the side eye, and you don't even know why. You are completely clueless. Just like the girl in the movie, clueless. This is how people say, I did so much work, I put so much into my business, and nobody joined me. But you're doing things to sabotage yourselves continuously. It makes no sense. Do you understand that when you do stuff like that, people who were thinking about joining your business previously are now looking at you saying, if you have to do a pyramid scheme, then your business must not really be bringing you any money. That's why I say I don't need a blessing loom. TLC has been my blessing. God led me to TLC. I put the work in. That's my blessing. Y'all didn't see all that debt that I paid off? I just posted a screenshot last night from my Credit Karma. I've been paying down debt for the last few months. Getting my credit score up. That's my blessing. I don't need a stupid blessing loom. I don't need to be earth this week, fire this week, wind this week, all these crazy colors, and like I said, the stuff going on. And hey, what's going on, Kevin? What's going on, Thomas Patterson? What's going on, brother? But I'm telling you guys, you do not want this type of pressure on your head. And then you got to, the way the thing is, so many people are coming in and the things are moving. You got to put in a lot of time to, number one, understand it, and then send money. You got people sending money to the wrong people, and they saying, well, you sent it to the wrong person, so you got to send another 25 to this person. Like, oh, okay. And I'm like, where y'all getting all this money from? Where y'all getting all this money from? And for people that are in my business, y'all are going to invest in strangers that you don't know all around the world rather than you invest in the people that locked arms with you in your own business? Whew. It blows my mind. And like I said, y'all better be careful with these cash apps. Y'all don't know who are in these groups. You will be, the IRS will get you. They have kicked up their social media departments. They are looking at everything because Uncle Sam don't miss no money. Someone hit me up with the same thing, told them not interested. That's right, Kevin, you got to shut it down quickly. It's an insult to your intelligence. And guys, I know times are hard. I know that you're looking for a quick fix. I understand. I have been there, but I'm telling you right now, Do not do it. You are putting your reputation on the line when you do stuff like that. And I'm not saying that because this has nothing to do with my business. I'm not saying that because I want you to join my business. If you listen to me closely, there are very few people that I want to join my business because I know most people are just pure lazy. I don't need the headache. And I only want the cream of the crop. So ain't nobody worried about you joining their business. Trust me. My team will tell you. I don't need a whole bunch of people. I just need a few of the right people. So anyway, I talked about that. Oh, the other thing about this, guys, if you do have a legitimate business and you're posting this illegal pyramid scheme, not only are you selling your reputation, you're pimping out your reputation for something that is going to collapse, but you don't understand the principles. See, MLM is supposed to be personal development with a compensation plan attached. The reason why a lot of people hate MLM is because they want to treat it like a blessing loan. Like they want to really just put money into join, do nothing, and then get paid out. That's not what it is. It's a personal development system with a compensation plan attached. I can tell everyone on my team who is not personally developing. I can tell everyone who is. I can tell everyone who is enjoying the journey and being patient in the process. And when you do that, you understand principles. And one of the principles is the law of sowing and reaping. That's one of my favorite ones because it just makes sense. Input determines output. If you are looking for the quick fix all the time, if you're out here telling people about stuff and then people come back to you and say, how you got me in this blessing little crap? And you say, well, I didn't know. It worked for my friend. You're not even doing the proper research. You are sowing bad seeds. You cannot get a good harvest from sowing bad seeds. Again, I used to sow some bad seeds in my life prior to understanding certain principles. Law of reciprocity, law of honor, law of sowing and reaping. And y'all, I'm to the point right now, I used to see the cashier used to give me back too much change and I'd be like, ooh, that's a blessing. No, Kim, that's a test. And you failed. You failed. And I'm to the point in my life right now, I don't want nothing that ain't for me. I don't want no parts of it. If someone else has to lose for me to win, I don't want no parts of it. That's a seed I am not willing to sow. It's just not worth it. When you understand these laws and you understand these principles and you start to live by them, even if you're like, man, this is hard. When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? I'm telling y'all from experience. Candy B is on the Facebook Live. She and I know we started adhering to some principles. We stopped doing certain things in our business, in our lives, and things began to change. Things began to change. Tania said, yes, amen. Y'all, I'm telling y'all this. But as much as I tell you, I can't talk y'all through this. You have to experience it for yourself. You have to adhere. You have to learn these principles and laws, and then you have to apply them in your life, in your business. And you won't need no stinking blessing loom circle of doom. And the last thing I want to address is because like I said, some of my customers have fallen prey to it. Some people on my team have fallen prey to it. Oh, yes. Again, the ones who are not personally developing. Right? But I do personal development, Kim. You don't do enough. If you in a blessing loom, baby, you don't do enough. But what was my point? Oh, for those of you who have team members who have fallen prey to it too, should you, penalize your team members, or should you go to the team and warn them about the circle of doom? Nah, not really. Don't worry about it. MLM is a funny thing because it's kind of like parenting in a sense, right? If you're a sponsor and you're doing your job, you're going to tell your team, hey, listen, I want you to learn from my experience. This is what you need to do. This is what you don't need to do, XYZ thing. Just like your parents try to tell you certain things. You may not understand in that time what your parents are saying, but then when you become a parent, you understand. All you can do is give your child a strong foundation. And then when they go out there into the world, it's their choice what they do, right? what they choose to participate in or not. And you have no control over that. Being an MLM sponsor is kind of like the same thing. You have your team, you want to plug them into personal development, but ultimately it's their choice. If they want to complain about their kids or their husband or their wife, or, oh, I got so much on my plate, I got so much on my plate, my cup runneth over, I'm so busy, all my businesses. If they want to complain about all that stuff and not take into account personal development, you gotta let them people do what they want to do, man. So I don't try to I don't try to, restrict my team or restrain my team or hoard my team. Man, go out there into the world. Be free, baby. Fly, little birdie. And hopefully, if you've been doing what I've asked you to do, because I can't make nobody do nothing, right? But if you trust me and you've been following instructions, I'm not worried about anything that comes your way, because you won't know how to handle it. But if you haven't, then that's on you. What did Bobby say here? So glad I'm hearing this. I was asked and didn't know what the heck it was called. Glad I said no. Proud of you, Bobby. Yeah. I'm going to put a video of a guy breaking it down, because it made me curious. And I said, why are people falling prey to this? And it's just weakness, y'all. It's just weakness. And when I look at how fast this Telegram chat is moving and how people are pointing the blame at other people, one guy said, if you think he said, I done told a whole bunch of people to do this. If you think I'm going to keep referring people and I haven't even been paid out what I was supposed to be paid out weeks ago, y'all crazy. And somebody was like, I know, right? Straight crazy. Y'all, he referred a whole bunch of people. Now he pissed off because he hasn't gotten paid like he was promised. And he got these people. You don't want that on your consciousness. And I know what y'all saying. Well, Kim, don't some people join your MLM and they don't make money? Absolutely. But again, it's not because they can't. In a blessing loom, circle of doom, your money is strictly based on you bringing people in. And everybody, all these people around the world that you don't know, have to do their part. Y'all, most people are greedy. They like the reward, but they don't like the work, right? They like the prize, but they despise the process. So I already know, because the law of numbers tells me that most people ain't going to do it. The blessing loom is going to collapse. Now with MLM, the majority of people who join an MLM aren't going to do the work either. They're not. But the money that you get out of the comp plan in MLM, you have control over. In the blessing loom, you don't have control. Everybody has to play their part, and if they don't, you're screwed. In MLM, especially in my company, and I'm serious, this is not a pitch for my company, but this is for all the naysayers who are trying in their heads to be like, Kim, you're in a pyramid scheme. You go right ahead with that. Because if you think that y'all have watched, I've been in this company since 2015. It is now 2020. It took me 4 years I failed in this company. Effectively, I failed in this company. For 4 years, I did it wrong. For 4 years, I disobeyed the laws and the principles that govern success and business. For 4 years, my business really started popping, both the retail and the recruiting side, just the end of last year. So if that sounds like a pyramid scheme to you, then you run with that. Because I done put the work in. And I'm just now starting to crack the code. Because of my disobedience, because of me being out of alignment. If that sounds like a pyramid scheme to you, I'm going to let you have that then with your craziness. All right? If they don't go out there and here and work their business, can't blame anyone except themselves. Right. Their job is the biggest pyramid scheme. Just don't know it. I know where you're going with that, Kevin. I used to say that, but I really don't want to offend people that work a job. Because honestly, entrepreneurship is not for anybody. And my customer base is largely made up of people that have a job. So I don't poo-poo on people that have jobs. You do what you have to do. You do what you need to do. I'm not going to say the job is a pyramid scheme. There are a lot of things in the corporate world that I do not agree with. My personality does not gel well. My look, my things that I find comedic, corporate doesn't. So I don't fit well in that environment. However, there are people that really do thrive in that environment, and that is where they need to be. Entrepreneurship is not for them. So if it works for you, work it, baby. Work it. I'm not going to say that what anybody is doing is a pyramid scheme, but I just find it funny that a lot of people who have MBAs and say that's the way. I have an MBA and I can point out some things that blow your doors off. I used to work in higher education, and I know the stats about people that, we're not even going to get into that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling y'all, be very careful using this phrase, pyramid scheme. And be very, very careful what you put your name on. In my business, I have products that give such amazing results. I can't even share them with y'all because Big Pharma is scared. They don't want to lose no money. So I can't even share. The things that people text me blow me away. So I know I have products that work. How they work for you, it depends. It depends on your body. I know I have a comp plan that works. If J Baby, a 52-year-old grandmother that works at a pork plant at night, can do what she's done in this business, when she came to me 2 years ago and was like, it's 3 other people in my city that's selling these products. I don't know how to sell. I'm not good with technology. I'm this, I'm that. She had all the reasons. She had all the reasons listed out. And she went through everything with me about why she couldn't win in this opportunity. And 2 years later, what J Baby said on our team training, her testimony about what she was able to do sales-wise, man, you can't tell me nothing. And I'm going to say this too. It blows me away that with the Blessing Loom, you got to recruit quick. Why? Because they don't want it to fall apart. They're literally taking money straight from your hand and paying the person in the middle who's fire or water or earth or whatever they are. Okay? And so you got to recruit quick. It's amazing to me how people in my business, they can't recruit 2 people in a year. And all of a sudden, you a master recruiter. You a sponsor monster. All of a sudden, just like that. Hurry up. You heard about the Family and Friends Blessing Loom? Okay. Well, hurry up and watch your spot. And all of a sudden, y'all got all these amazing testimonies of people who've done it. Man, get out of here. I got that. I worked a job for over 30 years. Yeah, a lot of us have worked jobs for long times. Yes, watching your personal growth has made my heart smile, Kim. Oh, thank you, Icy. Yes, it's definitely been a journey. But like I say, the time is going to pass anyway. Guys, if you do need extra money, if you are looking for a way to earn some income, what I strongly encourage you to do, I don't care whether you join my company. I don't care whether you join my team or not. What's for me is for me. And I'm actually in a season where I'm looking for a very, very specific type of person, because I know what's about to go down. And those who are plugged in on my team know too. So I ain't even worried about, please come join me. You ain't got to do nothing for me. You're not doing it for me anyway. You're doing it for yourself. But let me tell you this. Whether you want to join my team or not, I strongly encourage you to look into building influence. Because that influence income, it's not tied to any company. It's not tied to any team. It's not tied to any Blessing Loom or anything like that. It is tied to your reputation. That reputation revenue. Y'all don't understand. That's where you've invested so much value. You put so much value into the marketplace. No matter what you do, people will follow you. I get income from my company. I get income from Amazon as an Amazon affiliate. And I just now started to monetize my YouTube. I'm in the process of monetizing my YouTube channel. That's multiple streams of income. And guess what? If I were to leave and totally change, which I'm not, but if I were to leave and totally change course what I was doing tomorrow, I have no doubt in my mind some people would follow me just on GP, just for general purposes. Why? Because they know at this point I hold my reputation in such high esteem. I will not lie to you, even if you want me to. Well, Kim, if I join you, can you guarantee I'll make? Whoa. I don't guarantee nothing. I don't know you. I don't know your work ethic. Well, Kim, if I buy this product, can you guarantee I'll lose X amount? I'm not, no. Only thing I'm going to guarantee is that we have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee on the corporate website. How about that? I don't do those things. I don't know you. I don't know if you don't even know what your body going to do, how I'm going to tell you what your body going to do? That don't even make any sense. Yes, that's what's for you is for you, Kim. You are truly blessed. Girl, I really am. And a part of my blessing is people like you, Tania, that get it. People like you that are helping me to spread the right message. Still, your interview is one. I'm still getting feedback from your interview and the things that you said. You don't even know. Well, I think you do know who you are, but you don't fully understand how that interview affected people. So yeah, Candy said, I'm weak. You always say that, Candy. Hey, what's up, Gifty from the UK? We gotta talk. I gotta catch up with everybody. So anyway, guys, MLM, when done properly, it's anything but a get rich quick scheme at all. If this is something that you pour your heart into, if you're doing it correctly, and oftentimes the same heart that you give people openly in your hand, they'll stab you in it. The same team that's like, oh, thank you so much, they'll stab you in your back. Some of them. It's just one of those things. It's not an easy thing to do, but what can I say? I'm kind of like a sucker for punishment. Is it easy? No. Is it simple? Yes. And if you have a tough exterior, one of my affirmations is I'm emotionally bulletproof. That doesn't mean I don't have emotions. That means I'm not run by my emotions. Very distinctive difference. So, is this easy? No. And if you're looking for something easy, and that's why the Blessing Loom is thriving. Because a lot of people, one of the MLM experts, they say if somebody asks you if your business is a pyramid scheme, you say, are you looking for a pyramid scheme? Because y'all, believe it or not, a lot of people are. A lot of people are. Why do you think people go and play the lottery when the odds of winning are so low? When there are so many financial experts that say if you just took the money that you spent for a lottery ticket every day for X amount of years and invested it into this or invested it into that, then your rate of return will be this. And people still play the lottery. Broke people still play the. They be like, I'm going to hit one day. I mean, some people use the same number for 27 years or 30 years. Like, I know the one day I don't play, that's the day I'm going to hit. And they playing it anyway. Some people, the least little thing, if they drinking alkaline 88, they like, let me try to play 88 today. If they sunburn, they coming up with all types of things, y'all. Instead of just buckling their butt down, listening to audiobooks, taking courses, getting in the right circle of people, plugging their butt into a community. Candy B, Janelle, Brandy, and myself and I were listening to an interview last night with one of our leaders and one of our business partners, and our business partners put us on game about this website where she paid for a course to learn about credit and things of that nature. And now, because of COVID, the website is free. The people are offering it as a public service to the community, and we were listening together. Do you know the power in touching and agreeing with somebody? Janelle is in California, Candy is in Conyers, I'm here in Pooler, and we have Brandy in California, and we're all in the WhatsApp chat taking notes for each other collectively, pooling our notes together, right? And saying, oh, did you hear what she said about this? Oh, did you hear? Oh, credit girl finance. Oh, did you hear what she said about business credit? And we're learning about these things together as a community. Do you understand the power of the mastermind that they talk about and Think and Grow Rich? And y'all out here grown, rusty folks acting like little kids, trying to be talking about I'm this week too, so I'm win on the Bloom Blessing Loom. Girl, if you don't sit your butt down with that coloring book, Blessing Loom, Circle of Doom, and get out of here. Ooh, y'all be ramping me up. Don't you get in my inbox with that. I'm not for it. So anyway, that's all I got to say. I'm going to link down below. If y'all want to do the Blessing Loom, get an IRS audit, and end up on American Greed, be my guest. Bye.